I don't love God because my life has been perfect and it's been butterflies and rainbows. I love God because he pulled me out of the trenches.
That's right.
I love God because every wrong that I've done in my life, or every wrong that's been done to me, every evil thing, he's taken and he's turned it around for my good. Romans 8:28 said, he uses all things together for my good. And I just simply cannot live a life not acknowledging him.
Now, showing up when it comes to God,
That is my favorite.
how does it look like in days that you feel like I'm so done?
Yes.
I am so done. I don't feel like reading the Bible. Like, I don't feel like praying. But how do you show up?
God is my favorite story. You can literally realize that my voice has gone down. It's because I get emotional every time I want to talk about God, every time I'm talking about God. And why do I get emotional? Because for me, it has been a relationship that is like this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's not like I woke up one day and I was so in love with God and it has been beautiful, full of chocolates and flowers and roses.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I came to be consistent with God. That was when, ever since I was a child, I used to read the Bible a lot. I used to be so fascinated about God. And there are so many hard questions that I used to ask my mom. I'm like, and if this is what happened, why did God, the hardest that you can't even find an answer? And as it continued, you get to a point and you're like, is there really a God? I have gotten to that point. Yes. Do we really have a God? Ama it's stories that they create and they're just trying to, what is this God? But 3-4 years ago, I literally prayed and I said, God, I have seen you previously in my life, but I now want to have a relationship with you. And I want it to be so intimate to an extent that I know if it is, when I have a bad day or I experience something bad, before I think of my mom, because my mom is the first person I'm going to call, I'm thinking of talking to God first. And I didn't know how to do it because I'm a Catholic, and in Catholic it's a bit hard, unlike the other churches, because in the other churches you have like the praise and worship, you have I don't know what, you have prayers groups that you pray. In Catholic mostly we read. Yes, like we have vitabu za sala. Yes, kama ujui sala ya maybe ni kutubu kwa mfano or something, so you can buy a book and be reading mpaka uijue.
Okay.
So you see, there I'm not being guided how to maybe there is no guidance in how I can build that strong relationship with God.
Yes.
And I can tell you there is an year I didn't go. That was like 2022, 2023. I think I attended a church service like twice. Yes, and I never, because my mom is ulienda church, and I'll be like, I really don't know what I don't know what my relationship feels like right now with God.
Yes.
But I'm praying every night. That's what I used to tell her. But then she would be like, no, attending the mass for a Catholic, it is very important. Try and attend next week. So instead of lying, I would just, every time she brought that up, I would just act like sijasikia and But that year, yes, that was 2023. I started reading the Bible more. I wanted you see that teen me that used to read I used to read the Bible as a teen. Like my mom would go to sleep and I would just remain reading the Bible. Hata kama sielewi, but I just wanted to get huyu Mungu ni nini.
Yeah.
And that year I read a lot of Bible. There are days I backslid. I'm like, hey, today I'm too tired. I can't. 2024 I made it my personal goal.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my biggest goals was to have now that intimate relationship with God. Let me tell you, when I tell you today, if before I think of my mom, I think of God, you will not believe it.
Ooh.
Like, I love God so much at this point, and I'm going to explain how I got to that point, to an extent that before I do something that compromises where God is in my life, I think, do I really want to do this to the one I love the most? I started now interacting with different, not only Catholic, but with different like preachers.
Yeah.
Because I think back then I was limited to, I'm a Catholic, how do we do this? So I started listening to I indulged myself in so many sermons online of different preachers. And then I don't know, when you're ready, you start meeting the people that are in alignment with whatever you're doing. As I'm doing my research, I'm reading, I'm trying to understand the Bible in a deeper way. I'm also trying to understand life in spiritually. I'm trying to understand life. I want to understand how to pray, and connect with God, not just pray. I started meeting people, random people.
Yeah.
And these people, they're talking out of nowhere. Someone will just say hi to me, and we end up talking about God.
Yeah.
And the one thing they're going to live with me is now, I still have it.
Yes.
Like someone will just say something like about how you pray, and I'm like, kumbe, this is how you do it. And I go, I practice it, and the experience is totally different from what I have experienced before.
Okay.
Yes. Now, when it comes to like praying every night, I made a vow to myself, not to God, because God has said, do not promise anyone over heaven and on earth.
Yeah.
Don't promise anything, because I want you to look at yourself. The many times you've promised something, you end up not doing it.
Yes.
I think that was a curse God gave us as human beings, because He knew somehow that we can't live up to our promises.
Yes.
So for me, I just promised myself. I said, how much do you love God? The one that says, I will be with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
Do not be dismayed. Do not fear, because I uphold you with my right hand of
Woo.
justice. Can you imagine right now as we are here,
Yes.
He is right here with us.
Yes. And I love that verse.
Imagine.
Yes.
If God was a real human being, he had a physical body, and He was the love of my life, truly, and I loved Him so much. And He told me, you know what, we are going to be meeting every single day at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Am I going to fail?
No.
I will, no matter how
You're not
tired
going to
I am,
fail.
I am going to show up and be
Yes.
there giving Him smooths
Yes.
and all that. And I decided, yes.
Yes.
He is the love of your life, because there is a verse in the Bible that says we are espoused to Christ. So we are one in Christ, with Christ rather. So, like, until I get my physical husband, my earthly husband, partner, the one that I am married to right now is Jesus Christ.
Oof, guys.
Yes. And every single day I decided
Yes.
I was going, I made since 2023, I made a place, a sanctuary that I would go and pray every single night. That was an altar I was building in my house.
Ooh.
Yes, because when you raise an altar, the netherworld, the other world, it means you have to show up every single day in that altar so that your things can work.
Okay.
So if the devil does not sleep because he shows up in his altar to be against me every single day. Why is it that I don't want to raise an altar of God in my house?
That's so good.
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
I didn't mention it.
No, you did
My
not.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't. But I did a video and mentioned it in,
Oh, really?
in my videos.
I
Maybe
need
you
to
missed
check.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I missed that
I also
one.
can't remember which video unless now
Yeah.
I go back and I listen and this is what I
Yes.
was. Yes. So I nikatenga mahali where I pray every single night. And also, I actually have two places in my home, because sometimes I'm too tired. I'm like, I need my back to lean. So, yeah, I just sit instead of kneeling.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not a kneeler. I don't want to lie. Mostly, I stand.
Okay.
And when I pray standing, I am connected to heavens.
Ooh.
Yes. When I'm kneeling, I feel like I'm too limited. My God, I cannot connect. Where are you? It's like I'm trying to search. Uko wapi? Please,
Yes.
But when I'm standing,
Yes.
that's when I connect. Like I can literally I feel the heavens open. I feel the Holy Spirit. Now I decided, now this is 2024, I decided, you know what, every single day, no matter how tired I am,
Yes.
I'm going to read a Bible verse. And it's not the 2-sentence verse,
Yeah.
like an entire chapter, like Psalms chapter 35, for instance.
Yes.
I'm going to read all of it, and I won't just be opening the Bible and reading it. Intentionally read, like
Yeah.
I will do my research before the day.
Planning.
Yes, before the day ends, I will do my research. Maybe listen to sermons on the same, so that tonight when I come back home, I'm going to read that verse,
Yes.
sit and try to meditate on it, and then now I can get to a moment of prayer.
Woo.
Yes, it has been. There are days I've cried. There are days I literally would just sit, and instead of praying, I'm talking to God. I'm like, I would say I'm tired with you, but I feel like I'm disappointed.
I can relate to
Yes,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
disappointed. I feel so. Where are you?
And I'm wondering, do you have days that you don't feel like praying?
So many, but
Ooh. What do you
but-
do, like, to
make myself pray.
Yes.
I've listened to this preacher, and he said
Mm-hmm.
every minute you it's your normal time to pray,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like you don't want to, like you're too lazy, maybe you're too discouraged, you don't want to pray, the devil is at work. That is the
Okay.
time you should wake up and pray. So
Mm.
can you imagine, every time I felt that, because when I started now being serious with God, I had
Yes.
so many challenges. I'm like, oh my God, who is going to read that Bible?
Yes.
That is the time I challenge. For me, my mental tenacity is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
So when I just decide, you know what, I want this, and this is what I'm going to do. I know how to switch a switch in my mind. I
Wow.
don't know how I do it, but I just
Wow.
know that is one of my many strengths.
Yes.
Yes. So every time I felt like, oh my God, I can't pray, that is the time I stood. Immediately that thought crosses my mind.
Mhm.
I stand up immediately. I wake up. I put on praise songs, worship songs, and I get into it. It starts off slowly.
Yes.
You're like, I'm bored. Oh,
Yes.
Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
you are. By the third minute,
Yes.
you won't even know.
I also think the music works for me.
It also works.
Yeah, the music, especially even
Yes.
like there are those days you wake up and you're so disappointed,
Mhm.
or you start thinking about your life and how things have not been working.
Yes.
And I feel like those are the days I wake up and I don't feel like praying. And the first thing I'm like, I have like 3 favorite songs that
Yes.
like one is for praying, another one is for giving thanks to God, and another one is like for calling God in the situation that I'm in.
Yes.
Immediately the mood to pray,
Yes.
it comes for sure.
Music has spirits,
Mm-hmm.
and those spirits are what we connect to.
Yes.
You will just literally, how do you don't know a certain rhythm, and
Yes.
then it comes here,
Yes.
and you just find yourself babbling.
Yes.
You don't know. You have never heard that song. You don't
Yeah.
know what are you connecting to. It is the spirit that is
Ooh.
in that is connected to that song.
Yeah.
So when you put Holy Spirit, you are. Guess what? The first minute you're.
Yeah.
It's not hitting. The second,
Yes.
the that you'll automatically feel something change
Yes.
in yourself,
Yes.
and then you'll start singing. Even if you don't know that song, you'll find yourself humming to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes, it is because of the spirit
Mhm.
that is connected to the spirit behind that song.
Yeah.
This year, my goal
Yes.
has been, I have to read 3 chapters of the Bible every
Really?
single night.
Girl.
I missed yesterday and the
Yes.
2 days now.
Yes.
The devil has been working and he's
Yes.
winning, but he's not winning from today.
Yes.
So far, since the first day of January until the 2 days,
Yes.
I have been on it intentionally. Like today, it's the book of Romans. I start Romans 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yes.
So far, so good. So what I can challenge people is this: if you want to have a relationship, imagine you can have it and it's not beautiful at all. Beautiful. Let no one lie to you.
That's right.
It is the hardest.
Yes.
But the minute you just need that relationship, the minute you just make that bond,
Yes.
it becomes beautiful.
Mhm.
I was telling someone on was it on TikTok or was it where I just saw a video last year, and then it was about God, and they comment, oh my God, when you start praying, that's when you start being hit by demons, that's why you get nightmares. And I told them, I just commented, trust you me, it gets worse before it gets better. The worst comes before better, and the worst is so massive,
Yeah.
horrific and terrifying, so that you can give up.
Ooh.
Yes. So it is for you to decide, do I want to give up? Do I want the
Yes.
hardship of fighting demons and all other things, or do I want the hardship of knowing I love God,
Yes.
I am with God,
Yes.
and I cannot leave God?
Mm.
So you just decide.
And I feel like God is everything in my life. I feel like I relate so much with what you've said. I also feel like 2024 has been a year of me growing, reading the Bible and quoting the Bible in when you're praying and knowing God has said He will never leave you. God has said He will never shame you. God has said in every situation that you are in, do not fear because He's holding your hand. Like I have certain verses that I really need to remind myself who God is.
Yeah.
Who would I be without God? Where I am at right now with my relationship with God, I promise you I show up each and every day. I have a Bible. The Bible is always on the couch, always on purpose, because I know if I don't put it on the couch, like if I try and put it away, I forget to read the Bible.
Yes.
So it's always on the couch. Every time I see it, every time I spot it,
You're reminded.
yes, you need to read.
Yes.
You need to connect with God. You need to have a moment with God. Yes, there are moments I struggle myself, but I would say of late, it's not, I can't relate with like 2023. I've seen Sharon go on dates with God, and I'm like, guys, I really want to do this so much. I just want to pick my notebook, I just want to pick my Bible and go and have my coffee and you know, have my time with God. You give us a moment that you've showed up. You did not feel like showing up, but despite of whatever it is that was going on, you showed up.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I know I have so many, but why is it that I can't grab one right now? A moment that I did not,
Just a
I
small
really I didn't want to show up on myself, and then I did.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that when it comes to my content. I can give one
Okay.
when it comes to my content creation.
Okay.
Some months ago,
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point, I was so consistent to an extent I was like, who is this woman? Who am I? Because am I this consistent with my
Excuse.
channel? Yes.
Yes.
But now the views were not there.
That's so discouraging.
No subscribers.
Oof.
And I sat down, I took a break of 1 week, 2 weeks, and I was like, I think it's time. I want to
Yeah.
delete this thing, forget about it. I wait until maybe I have the money to get a camera, you know. And just when I was contemplating, like so close to delete the channel, I think someone dropped a comment. A very ardent follower of mine, subscriber of mine. I don't know him, but every time I post, he's always there. He's always there, and I think he's 45 or something. Because there's a day he said, I'm in my 40s, almost mid 40s. If I was younger, I would find you. So that's when I knew. Oh, kumbe, and it's a guy.
That was so nice.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
this guy watches a video that I had dropped in those 2 weeks, and he said something that I said, I'm encouraging a man in his 40s. I said, no, I cannot drop this. And then, like, before that day ended, I had like 5 subscribers, new ones, and I look at them, where they're coming from, and I see they're from, one was I think Canada, or they are and I was
okay.
like, no, wait,
Yes. And I think these are the moments that you realize what you're doing.
Maria,
God is
Yes.
God is seeing you
Yes.
and seeing how you want to give up, and is like, I'm gonna send you a sign.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do I really want to disappoint those people that are coming from wherever, and they are telling me? And there was like 4 people from outside Africa and 1 South African who said, my God, I love your content, but next time try to put the camera not to be so low, because seems like it's hanging. It's like I'm literally apple chini a camera.
Yeah.
And she said so many things about, I just came across
So
you.
nice.
Yes, I love, she's a South African. She's a subscriber of mine. I love your content. Please continue doing this and make a video on. And I was like, this is it.
It's good.
That following day,
Yeah.
I
Motivation.
shot almost, I think, 3 videos.
Wow.
Yes, at once. Like I shoot, I finish that, because I always have the ideas. I have written so many ideas.
Yes.
But now when I'm a human being.
Yeah,
when,
for sure.
when you post and you're not getting the
I understand.
yes, you just decide, if I give you all this knowledge, all this wisdom,
Okay.
honeys, and you're not seeing.
I feel you, girl.
Yes,
I feel you.
I shot videos, and I was like, Miss on a Mission is going nowhere.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, like, what has that like specific moment has taught you about showing up for yourself?
Ooh, you're putting me on the spot.
Yes, I really want to know, like, what's the lesson?
My lesson is, don't wait for the world to validate you. Yes, it has taught me, whether I have 1 view which is mine,
Yes.
or I have none at all, or I have 1 million, that does not define the fact that I am a good content creator. I have so much wisdom and knowledge that I am to give to the world, and that is the gift that the Lord has given unto me to share with them. God has made me the vessel that carries whatever I talk about, and I can only do God justice and myself justice by delivering it to whoever. So I should not wait until someone says, I am clapping, look at me clapping for you, please give us some more, I'm clapping. I shouldn't. I should show up 100% every single day, because siku moja itajipa.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you've said something about like God using us as a vessel, and you guys, we never think about that. God gives us the gifts, the talents that we have, and it's not for us. Like, he's using you, like, for you to do his work.
Yes.
And we forget about that, and sometimes we get the ego. You know, I can do this.
Yes.
I can sing. Excuse me, but you know, like, I was given the talent. For, like, God had a purpose.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
So, like, wow, you've reminded me. I'm wondering, like, the moments that I've showed, like, the last weekend we were on like
Autonomy.
yeah,
And how you, like, I told her, I think 3-4 days to,
yeah,
and she was not even sure, and I was not expecting her to say yes.
Yes.
I was like, no, if it would have been me, I would
Yes.
say no, because no, this is a very
Yes.
short notice.
Yes.
And then she just shocks me with say yes, and I'm like,
Yes.
you are good, are you for it? And we went, and it was beautiful.
it was so beautiful. Yes, and I feel like that is like a moment I would say I showed up for myself. Even
Very.
if I did not want to.
Yes.
Trust you me.
Yes.
I did not want to go. But you know what? Because I knew the benefits. I knew what I was going to get. It was going to build me, and you know, the future me. I'm like, I need to show up. Even if I don't feel like, and I feel for me that's a moment that I would say, like, I showed up for myself despite of maybe how
Maybe
rough
point.
the week
Yeah.
was, because
Yeah.
the week was a bit rough for me, and no matter how I was feeling, I'm so proud. And I remember at the end of the day, I told her I'm so thankful.
Yes.
She invited me, and I'm so thankful, like, I stepped out. So guys, this marks the end of our episode. I'm gonna bring her back,
Please,
because
I will.
I know our
if
stories.
if she doesn't, I bring myself and I set that camera and we start shooting. I mean, what do you mean? I have to come back.
So I feel like our stories, like, we have, like, yo guys, we
And
can,
it's, let me tell you, for me, I say it's how much you see the gifts that I know we are winding
Yes,
up, but
yes,
I have to say this.
yes.
You see the gifts that the Lord said, to one was given one, to talents.
Oh yeah,
Yes. So you see how you keep on saying, me, I love, for instance,
yes,
me, I love fashion.
yes,
It's been almost 10 years, 5 years of
Yes.
you saying,
Yes.
me, I love fashion. Do you understand why you keep on saying I love fashion? It's not you. That
Oh, yeah.
that gift is for you. It has been given to you. If you don't multiply it, you will be answerable. It is the same thing with what we people might call us yappers.
Yes.
But it is this. I am feeling it in my stomach.
Yes.
It is the wisdom. There is something for me. I'm so passionate about impacting lives and
Yes.
changing people, making people understand that you can evolve, break cycles, and become the person that no one ever thought you'd become.
Yes.
And it's not so that you can prove to people you said you or you
Yes.
thought, but no, so that you can inspire others in the world. For me, I want to empower people. I'm so passionate about empowerment, self-development, and self-growth. That's why I am doing whatever I am doing. That's why you are so passionate about bold and brave. You see why you can't give up even if you want.
Yes.
Because it is so much. Maybe yours are those 5 talents that
Yes.
were given. Maybe you're the one given 5. And
Yes.
those 5 are for bold and brave. And until now you get to that, you see now you are incapacitated maybe money-wise because you still,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
when you get there, you're going to do so many other things that are in alignment with your purpose, and that is how you're going to give everything that you are
Yes.
given, because it is not yours.
It is not.
The honor is above
I
there,
know,
and
it's not.
if you don't use it, you're going to be answerable.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I always say I am living in my purpose, and that purpose is not mine. It is God's.
Yes.
So I have been blessed in this world as a light. As a light. If I put myself under a table, the world will not see the light. So that's why
they need the
they
light.
need the light.
Yes.
That's why something keeps on pushing me to
Yeah,
to
and you
talk.
can't stop.
Yes, why
You can't, even if you want to.
we are the light. Whatever thing, maybe you have been blessed, you know how to crochet and you know how to crochet
Yeah.
vizuri. That is your light. You have been given that as your light to share with the world. Put it in the world so that the world
Yes.
can see.
Yes.
Yes.
And whoever, like, I feel like if you put it out, not everyone will see the light.
Those that are meant to see the light.
Yes.
My God, they are going to see the
Yes,
light.
yes,
That's
yes.
how you're going to become someone's mentor. Going to empower someone to start there, maybe because they were scared. You inspire them and they start doing. Guess what you've done? You've multiplied your. Yes.
That's so good. That's so nice. I feel like we can talk for like
No, we can.
hours.
Yes.
Guys.
We need
But,
an episode
yeah,
every single week.
For sure, we need an episode. I will try my best, guys. Today is on. This is week. Before January ends, I'll
Yes.
try and we have another episode.
Oh,
yes.
Any
Yes.
day. I'm so
I'll
ready.
try my best because
Thank
I
God
feel
we're neighbors, because
Yes.
even at night you can just
oh
come
yeah,
over
for
and come
sure.
over.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah,
Yes.
for like 2 hours and you're good
Yes.
to go.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for so much for accepting
Thank
to
you.
come here to Bold and Brave.
Mm.
I'm so happy. This is my first guest, you all.
Yes.
Like I've never, and I'm so proud.
Hi.
But you will see her more
Yes.
often.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying with us from start to the end.
Yes.
I love you so much.
Yes.
And you should know I love you so much, because
She does.
why are you watching my content? Why should I not love
I
you?
know.
Thank you so much. Please subscribe, and also please go to our YouTube channel. Go and watch, like, and comment. And like, please guys, be nice to her.
Tell them if they are not nice to me, I talk back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you have to respect me. The work that goes into this,
I
whatever
know,
that you are
right?
doing. Yes, you cannot
Yeah.
tolerate that. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Please, if you don't have anything nice to say to any content creator, not only us, don't
Don't
say
say
anything.
it.
Don't even watch their content.
Yes, don't.
Don't say, because
Yeah.
there is so much work that goes behind
Yes.
the scenes, that goes into this.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
You're
I'm
very much
so
welcome.
honored.
Yeah.
And so the conversation was at the heart of my heart, because it
Yes.
is my forte. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate you having me on board.
You're very much welcome.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to have you. Guys, see you on the next one. Until next time.
Bye.